Hey guys and gals of YouTube world, hopefully you're doing well. It is Wednesday, September 22nd. And if you see something in my mouth, I got a cough drop in there because I still got this cold and I still got a cough. I feel better some days and then I'll start like coughing, like a coughing fit. So who knows what it is? Maybe it's a mild case of COVID, maybe it's just a cold. My guess is it's a cold, but who knows? Who cares? I'm still alive. That's the main thing. Anyway, I'm going to talk a little bit about if I was starting to invest today, if I was 20 years old. Because if you're my age and you're starting to invest today, you're behind the 8 ball. Why you wait so late? But if you are my age, still listen because this is how you can get started. So I'm talking though to the folks who are 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. You guys are the ones who should be starting today. By the time you're 30, you should be at 6 figures easily. By the time you're 40, you should be a millionaire. If you're not, you need to watch every single video I make so you can learn from me how you can get rich. Okay? Not rich, wealthy. You don't want to be rich, you want to be wealthy. There's a difference. Okay, so if Mazske was starting today, because remember Mazske tells stories. He's not a CPA, he's not an attorney, he's not a financial advisor. Mazske just tells stories. But if Mazske did not know anything at all about investing, his goal would be to get to the point where he could buy real estate. Because real estate, he's heard Mazske say, real estate will create better wealth than stocks will, by and large. But you need more money to buy real estate. So what would Mazske do to get started? Well, there's a couple things he might do. He might get a Vanguard S&P 500 index fund. If he wanted to save for real estate, he wouldn't get it in a Roth. He would get it in a normal brokerage account. Or if Mazske learned just a little bit more about investing or wanted to learn a little bit more about it, he would Google dividend aristocrats and look up the 65 or so companies that are dividend aristocrats. Dividend aristocrats means they have increased their dividend for at least 25 consecutive years. Mazske would then start selectively buying several of those 65 dividend aristocrats to put them in his portfolio, get the dividends in, because Mazske would realize the stock market's been on a bull run. It's probably going to pull back sometime, like a lot. Maybe. There's no guarantees, but Mazske would think this. So Mazske would think, well, if he gets good dividend-paying stocks, at least he gets the dividends coming in. Because remember, his goal is to buy real estate, okay, in the next short term, but he's not rich, so he has to save his money up. So dividend stocks might be a way he would do it. But keep in mind with stocks, if you need your money in 3 to 5 years, you should not invest in the stock market, okay? But if it's Mazske might think he can beat the stock market. So maybe Mazske would invest in the stock market. Not if it's 6 months from now, but if it's more like 2 years from now. But dividend aristocrats might be good. If Mazske had enough money to actually fund a Roth as well, because it's always recommended to fund a Roth IRA, then what Mazske would do in his Roth probably is buy high growth stocks, ones that could return 2,000% over time, not overnight, over time. And what Mazske would do is he would look at the Motley Fool. He may not pay for a stock advisor membership just yet because he's still beginning, but he will look at Saul's discussion board, Saul's S-A-U-L', Saul's investment discussions. And he would read the stuff those intelligent guys there write who are engineers and financial folks who speak in a language he doesn't always understand, but he would learn from them. He would learn how to study companies from them for free. Saul's investment discussions board on the Motley Fool. It's a free board. You do not have to pay to subscribe to it. That's what Mazske would probably buy inside of his Roth IRA. Okay? But now let's say Mazske inside of his non-Roth IRA has $20,000 to $25,000. Mazske would probably go ahead and look at, in the meanwhile, Mazske would have been studying his market to find a rental house. His chosen market, whatever market that may be. It may not be where Mazske lives. It may be out in the Midwest somewhere. He'd be studying a market. He would also have been calling real estate agents to find, hopefully, a real estate agent who is investor friendly and would be willing to work with investors. He would also be in search of a property manager who could manage his properties for him and perhaps even help him with finding his first rental house. His goal would be to get the boots on the ground before he ever bought his first house. And maybe those boots on the ground would help him, perhaps, to find the perfect rental house. So that would be Mazke's goal. And once Mazke bought his first, if he hadn't done it already, he would be reading books that he got off biggerpockets.com. He would read real estate books by David Green and Brandon Turner and some of the others up there. And he would learn as much as he could about real estate investing. He would even ask Mazke on this channel, Mazke, talk more about real estate investing. And I will. In future videos, I'll talk more about real estate investing. Thank you, Mazke Jr. Okay? But then, as the years progress, Mazke would become, in quotes, the little expert on real estate. He would, in the same time, have his Roth IRA probably in six figures because he's been investing in growth stocks. And he may decide to open a self-directed IRA and transfer some of the money from his stocks into the self-directed IRA to perhaps buy maybe a rental property there or maybe something else. But as the years go on, Mazke would one day wake up and realize, holy cow, I have a net worth of over $1 million now. And once Mazke realized that, he'd be like, that older Mazke used to talk about, once you're accredited, a new world opens up for you out there in the investing world. Accredited means you have a net worth of at least $1 million. Or you have a high income for 2 consecutive years. If you're single, that high income should be at least $200,000. If you're married, it should be $300,000. Okay? But the majority of folks will have that net worth of $1 million, not counting their personal residence. Okay? Once they get that net worth of $1 million, they're considered accredited. It's Congress's way of keeping the little guys from playing their game to make the better money. Okay? The rich folks want to keep that for themselves. So let's fool them. Let's trick them at their own game. Let's become accredited so we can join those folks who want to keep us out. All the folks that all of you vote into Congress, they're all rich. Even AOC up there in New York, the whatever you want to call her, she's rich because she's getting rich. And yet she talks about tax the rich. She wore a dress, tax the rich on the back just the other day. Okay? So keep in mind, they're not looking out for the little guys. Us little guys got to look out for ourselves. Okay? Don't look at the AOCs of the world. Don't look at the Bidens. Don't look at the Trumps. Don't look at whatever congressperson you have in your state. Look out for yourself. And don't follow these people. They might cause you to riot and end up in prison. Don't do that, okay? Look out for yourself without hurting your fellow citizens out there, okay? But once you get accredited, Mazke would encourage you. What is society addicted to? They're addicted to oil. Even though the AOC is saying we have to punish the oil folks. We can't let the oil come out of the ground. But guess what? Oil is going to keep coming out of the ground. It's in our streets. It's in every single piece of plastic. It's in our tires. It's everywhere. Even if we were 100% electric cars, oil is being used. So there's two ways Mazke would remember Mazke Sr. saying to invest in oil. One is find a good oil drilling company, because Mazke Sr. is investing in an oil drilling company, and also good mineral rights. Because Mazke Sr., who knows all this stuff, he just sold his personal residence. He got frustrated with a slumlord who he was going to buy rental properties from. So Mazke has now put a large part of that, not a large, but a good part of that house money that he had in oil drilling, and he's also putting it into mineral rights. The mineral rights is something that he's thinking it shall return 25 to 30% annualized. And the oil drilling is something that may return over a period of 3 to 5 years, 10x return to 20x return. But there's risk. There's risk in everything with investing. There's always risk. So as an investor, realize there's always risk. Okay? All right. I can tell my voice sounds a little bit hoarse. So it's this daggone grupa I got. Do you know where the grupa? Do you know that word grupa? Spanish. Look it up. That's a cold. Anyway, all right. Hang in there with all you do. Keep loving life. Realize Mazske is telling stories here. It's all fictional. It's all entertainment. Even when Mazke's feeling bad, he will try to get on this phone here and record something for your entertainment. Just an FYI, Mazske has that cool kayak in. He's been out twice so far with the missus. It's a tandem. The two of them have been out to a lake. They've been out down to near a river where the water started going a teeny tiny bit faster. So it's been a great fun. Mazske and the missus may go out later today, but maybe not. Because Mazske and the missus have been swimming and they've been walking. And the missus is out shopping right now, actually. So anyway, one of those oil investments, I'm going to talk more about them in the next day or two. So I'll let you know how that's turning out for me. All right. Y'all take care. Keep smiling. Mazske is signing out.